Good morning students, welcome back to VLSI Design. So in the previous videos we discussed about a dynamic CMOS logic. In the dynamic CMOS logic, one disadvantage is present, that is called as a cascading problem. First of all, why we need a cascading means a single gate by itself no use. So because of that one, we have to connect one gate to another. If we connect one gate to another, the cascading problem rises. So here, what is the cascading problem? So this is nothing but a dynamic CMOS logic. This is connected to the other dynamic CMOS logic. So in the pre-charged phase, pi is equal to 0. So here pi is equal to 0. So if it is 0 means it is in the open circuited condition. So if it is open means output is equal to VDD. Why? Because it is under open. So there is no path at a ground. So output is equal to VDD, that is equal to 1. And here pi is equal to 0. It is also is in the open circuited condition. So therefore output is equal to VDD. But in the evolution phase, if we observe, so evolution phase, it takes some time to drop at a 0 during the evolution phase, causing the output is a drop. So what is that one? So if A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1 and here C is equal to 1. So during the evolution phase means here pi is equal to 1, pi is equal to 1 and here pi is equal to 1 and here pi is equal to 1. So if it is 1 means this transistor does not work. It is under the open circuited condition and it is in the on state. Okay, and here the output is nothing but, what is the output? Output is equal to 0. Okay, so here the output is 0 and if we connect these two are ones, this is 1 means short and this is also short. So if it is a 0 means 0. So 0 means output is equal to, it is 0 means output is equal to VDD, that is equal to 1. Okay, but here it takes some time to charge. That means it is a 0. It takes some time to 0. Actually, it is supposed to be not a 0. So after some time, that means in the pre-charged phase, output is equal to 1. So from 1 to 0 transition, it takes some time. So during that time, the output may causes a unwanted, that means exactly output is equal to 0, but the output does not 0 means it is nothing but a faulty circuit one. So if it takes some time, so therefore during the time we can't get a proper output. So that is the drawback which is present in the cascaded mode. To eliminate that one, we go for a other mode that is called as a domino logic. So why we need a domino logic means in order to eliminate this time from high to low transition, it takes some time. So to avoid that time, if we connect one inverter in the first cascaded stage, so automatically the delay time reduces. So to avoid that one, domino logic is implemented. So this is nothing but a dynamic CMOS logic. Here one inverter is present. So automatically if it is a 1 means automatically it reduces to 0. Why? Because inverter inverts the output. So because of that reason here one inverter is used. And after that we can cascade the stages like that. So in the domino logic, no problem. That no problem means cascading problem is eliminated. So if we observe this one, suppose all are ones. So this is 1 and this is 1 and this is 1. So what is the output here? This is evolution phase is nothing but this is 1. Actually output is equal to 0 here and output is equal to 1. And 1, this is 1 and this is 1. So this is 1 means it is under the short circuited condition. So output is equal to, so it is a shorted one means output is equal to 0. So 0 inversion is equal to 1. So here we apply input as a 1 and we get output is equal to 1. So therefore in the domino logic only the problem is nothing but a non-inverting output is present. That is the problem in the domino logic. Non-inverting output we get. So non-inverting output we get means we can't implement the NAND and NOR logic in the domino logic. So NAND and NOR means definitely we need a complemented form, but it is nothing but a non-inverting logic. So because of the non-inverting mode, we can't get the output as a inverted one. So we get a non-inverted output. So we can't implement the NAND and NOR gates by using the domino logic. That is only the problem which is present in the domino logic. So here the static problem is not present and ratioed logic are eliminated, all are. So the output is pre-charged to 0. So because of this inverter the output is easily pre-charged to 0 and no static power problem. There were no ratioed logic. We cascade one gate to another, but only the problem is that non-inverting logic. So this logic is nothing but a non-inverting logic. So because of the non-inverting logic we can't implement the NAND and NOR logics. That is called as a domino logic. And the next here, this is nothing but the phases of the domino logic. So this is a pre-charged mode, evolution mode and a pre-charged mode. So what about the output signals are present? So like that here we can get a output signal. Okay, so this is nothing but a evolution mode, we get a 0 and at x is equal to and x node output is inverted and after that one output is inverted, after that one output is inverted. So like that we can get the output. And the next logic is nothing but, and the next see the advantages. So the advantages is nothing but small area compared to the CMOS logic and parasitic capacitance is small because of the speed of operation and free of glitches. So free of glitches means actually it takes some time to change one output to 0 output. So automatically the glitches are present. So to avoid that one, there one NOT gate is connected. So automatically it is free for glitches and no monotonicity. And what are the disadvantages means the disadvantage is nothing but this is only the non-inverting structure. Okay, this it is not possible to present a inverting buffer. Only the non-inverting structure is present in the domino logic and causes a charge distribution may be the problem. Only the problem is nothing but a charge distribution. That means here number of transistors are present. So here the charge distribution, here also one capacitance is present, here capacitance. So like that depend based on the capacitive values. So the charge distribution may be the problem. So main reason why can't we use a domino logic in the NAND and NOR logic means it is only the non-inverting one. So in the non-inverting we can't get a complemented one. So we can't get a complemented one means it's not possible to design NAND and NOR gates. And next one is NP CMOS logic or simply called as a NORA CMOS. Okay, so this is called as a NORA CMOS logic. So here it is also called as NP CMOS logic. Here this is nothing but the pull down network. Pull down network is connected to the NMOS and here one pull up network. Why? Because here it is a output. Here it is a output means automatically the top one is nothing but the pull up network. Pull up network is always replaced by the PMOS transistor. But in this one, this is nothing but the output node. Below the output node, that block is called as a pull down network. Pull down networks are always replaced by the NMOS logic. And here the output is taken here. This is the output node. So below the output node, N block is present. Below the output node, that is called as a pull down network. So pull down network having a NMOS logic. So like that, NP CMOS logic were built or a NORA CMOS logic. So if we come to the operating principle of the NORA CMOS logic, so if we apply the phase value is equal to 0. So if it is a 0 means, so pi bar, automatically it is 1. So it is a 0 means the transistor is in the on state but it is in the off state. So it is off state means the output is VDD, that is 1. So but here it is a 1. It is 1 means, so automatically this transistor is in the on state. So therefore output is nothing but a 0. So if it is a 0 and here pi value is equal to 0, pi equal to 0. Why? Because here I consider pi is equal to 0. If it is 0 means it is in the open circuited condition. So therefore it is a open circuited condition but it is a 0. It is in the on state. Automatically output is equal to 1. So like that we get a output. Suppose for example if pi value is equal to 1. Pi value equal to 1 means the transistor is in the on state. If it is in the on state means, so automatically the output equal to 0. If it is 1 means automatically it is a 0. So this transistor is in the on state. This transistor is in the on state means automatically output. Here we take an output. So therefore depending upon the pull up network one, the output will be present. So if it is 1, if it is 1 means it is under short circuited condition and it is 0. So output is equal to 0. So like that NP CMOS logic or NORA CMOS logic is present. Why the name is called as a NORA CMOS logic? That means NORA stands for no race. That means no race problems are present in the NORA CMOS logic. By alternatively using P block and N blocks, the clock skew problems are overcome in the NORA logic circuit. And both N and P blocks are in pre-charge phase when clock is equal to 1 or clock is equal to 0. So there is no evaluation phase, totally the pre-charged phase. And output of NMOS block is high during a pre-charge state and cannot turn on PMOS transistor. 1 is on means, so here it is on state means automatically PMOS is off. Suppose N block, first block is on means P is off. So like that it turns on. So see that one. So if one block is in the on state, automatically it is in the off state and it is in the on state. So like that present. So only the disadvantage is nothing but the pre-tree block is slower than the N-tree block. We know PMOS devices are slower than the NMOS devices due to that lower current drive of PMOS transistor in the logic network. That is only the problem which is present in the NORA CMOS logic. And the next one is a differential cascaded voltage swing. So differential cascaded voltage swing is nothing but differential pair. Differential pair is nothing but two transistors are cross coupled connection. So the structure is present like that. So actually in the cascaded normal CMOS logic, P is connected to ground, but here in the differential mode configuration, two transistors are connected back to back. So this type of configuration is called as a differential cascaded voltage switch logic. So same working principles are all same under depending upon the input. So what is the problem in this one means, let's see one example, AND or NAND. So those two gates are built by using a cascaded differential cascaded voltage one. So that is nothing but here one is in the complementary form and other logic is in the normal form. So if we observe this one, so this is one is in the complementary form and other one is nothing but a normal form. So here two cross coupled transistors are generally used, and in the pull down network having the transistor or a complemented form and one are nothing but a general form. Suppose it is a NOR operation or operation like that. So this is nothing but if these two are is in the series, AND operation, and if these two are is in the parallel, NOR operation. So like that NAND, so complemented outputs and non-complemented outputs we can get. So A dot B and A dot B bar, like that we can get. That is called as a differential cascade voltage switch logic. And here advantages is nothing but low load capacitance and no static power consumption, automatically complementary functions. One is the general form and automatically other one is the complemented form. The disadvantages of DCVLS is nothing but it requires a complementary inputs. That is nothing but the disadvantage of the DVCL, and more transistors for a single function. So in order to get a single function it requires a more number of transistors. So this is the drawback. And the last one is nothing but a clocked CMOS logic. Clocked CMOS logic are simply called as a C-square logic. So we know the CMOS inverter. CMOS inverter one N and one P transistor. But here the phase of the signal is nothing but, so here one more P transistor is included and here one more N transistor is included. So these two are connected to the input and one is nothing but a phase and other one is a complemented one. So here two clocks are needed. Those two clocks are not common, so therefore it is called as a C-square logic. See the example of the clocked CMOS logic. So here this is called as a P block and this is nothing but the N block. NOR operation. NOR operation means pull down network is in the parallel form and pull up network is in the series form. In addition to that one, two more transistors are required. One for P transistor and other one is nothing but a N transistor. These two are a complemented phases. So therefore it is called as a clocked CMOS logic. So these are the many different types of the CMOS logics. So here already I told, depending upon the applications of our requirement, depending on the applications we use either of the 6 CMOS logic. In the world nothing is in the one side. Okay, nothing is in one side means we choose any of the CMOS logics. So this is a total about alternative gates. So these are the important. Out of all these, the dynamic CMOS is a very important one, and remaining all are depending upon our applications. Choose either of the standard gates. Okay, thank you.